Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. I watched two videos this morning, and I'm thankful that I watched this one. Secondly, because it took the other one off my mind. Um, this is gonna be on one. The anime community, at least a few years ago, in the light novel section, then manga, and now anime. They started with the whole villainous type of animes that you guys can watch, as well as the what if you were isekai'd into a ultimate game, right? So it's a very popular genre, and this was a take of that one, and I really like to take on this one. So this is going to be Endo and Kobayashi live, the latest on Tsundere Villainess Lieselotte. So anyways, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. If you haven't done so, go check out my other first impression videos. I have quite a bit that I've released since Wednesday, so a lot have been coming out. More will come this week, and then after this week, I will try to go back to my regular scheduling of reviews and stuff like that, which I already have videos recorded. I just haven't really been posting them because I know this next few days are going to be just a bunch of first impression videos. So anyways, again, this is on Endo and Kobayashi's life, the latest on Tsundere Villainess Lieselotte, and again, it takes the genre of the Ultima game, which is like the game of where you're a girl and you have all these guys, and you want to basically fall in love with one of them, and you know, all that. And then the whole villainous, where we've had this genre for a while, also for at least 2 years in the anime community, but 5 or 6 in the light novel community, where you are resurrected into a character, but you end up being the villain instead of the hero. So it's very common, but this one takes a little different take to it. Essentially, we start the story with the actual Ultima game, and it's basically a girl, and she's like the student council president, and she's being bullied by basically nobility, like one of the highest girls of them all, because she's hanging out with her fiance. We also learn that in the game there's other guy characters that you can fall in love with, and that's kind of the general first part of the story. Then we realize that the game's being played by a character outside the game called Kobayashi. Now, Kobayashi is in a club, and in this club, basically they're lazy, they don't do anything, and they just play games, or they just do whatever they want. And there's a guy who hangs out with her called Endo. So these two are the ones from the title, Endo and Kobayashi. And essentially, he is over heels for her. You don't really get that from the beginning, but eventually you can tell that he is. He says at the end of the episode, I'm going to use this summer to make sure that she knows that I like her. So he likes her. So he doesn't like the games that she's playing, but obviously she likes spending time with her. So Kobayashi convinces him to play the game with her from the beginning, and he's like, yeah, I'll play the game with you. So she gets all excited. She's like, you can be the commenter and I can be the analyst because I played the game before, so I know what's going on, and you can just comment about what's going on, and it'll be fun. It's like, okay, whatever, we'll play it. So they play the game, and again, it's kind of the same scenario. Student council character is with the fiance of this noble girl who shows up, and she's actually the Tsundere villainess Lieselotte. And what ends up happening is that Endo and Kobayashi are talking to one another, and then they start screaming at the guy character as they're playing, like most of us do. We get annoyed with some of these characters, and they start telling, like, if you just did this and understood that the villain is not that much of a villain, she's just a tsundere, she just doesn't know how to express her feelings. And he looks up and he says, in the game, the gods are speaking to me, and he even mentions their names, and they're like, wait, what? There's a voice command on this? And Kobayashi's like, no, there's not. So they do a test, and Kobayashi says, if you can really hear me, kiss Lieselotte. Now, she knows that this is not part of the game because she's played the game. Well, he does, and Kobayashi gets this bright idea that her and Endo should play the game, speaking to the character as gods, so that the game can change, because in every single scenario that you can finish the game, the villain ends up dying. This girl that shows up, that's a Tsundere, ends up dying. She's like, we need to save her. We need to figure out how we can convince her fiance to save her, and we have the power to talk to him. And we just saw that he can understand us, as well as we can explain to him that what he's experiencing is maybe just her little bits of jealousy and not really her being a villain. So yeah, that was a little bit of a nutshell, the first episode. It was really interesting, to be honest. I really did enjoy it, because again, it takes a whole different twist to the whole genre. They're not being isekai, they're actually still in the real world, so you have kind of like two stories playing at the same time, because Endo, again, wants Kobayashi to like him and stuff like that, but then you also have the story of the Tsundere in the actual game. The other thing is, yeah, they know the ending, but they are controlling it in a different way. It's not, again, they're not resurrected into the game where they themselves have to do all the work. They actually have to do the work from beyond, and I don't know, it's a whole different take. I think it's refreshing for the genre, and yeah, I think it should be definitely given more love than it probably will get. So I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Again, when I give 7 out of 10, respectfully, I think it's better than what it will eventually get in the community. But I don't think it's going to be up there. It won't be the 7.5s or 8s that I think will be top of the season, because unfortunately, because it is another one of the same genre, people might not even watch it. So oh well, go give it a try. It is on High Dive. One episode is out as of time of recording. They release on Fridays, I believe. So yeah, give some love to my channel. Also, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.